everyone, my name is Heidi and I'm coming to you from sunny Florida where I live with my significant other Bill. Today is Monday, November 13th and it is episode 44. This is a channel where I'll talk about my knitting, crochet and cross stitch and any other hobby that I start to get into. If you want to find me other than YouTube, I'm also on Ravelry and Instagram as Yarned Heidi. Welcome to any of you new viewers. I'm so glad you stopped by, and if you like what you see, I hope you'd like to consider subscribing, and welcome back to all my returning viewers. Anything I talk about today will be listed down below, and if not, just shoot me a text or an email or an Instagram direct message, and I'll give you all the information I have. Or if you want to ask me anything other than hobby related, be my guest. I'd love to talk to you and get to know you. So today, it's just primarily knitting and a little bit of cross stitching. I've been doing some crochet, but that's a big project, and I'm just going to show it to you when it's all done. So in the meantime, let's get cracking. Let's start with our finished objects. My finished object is one I've been working on. If you are returning, you've seen this a few times. And if you're new, check it out. This is a stocking I made for my daughter-in-law. And it is called The Holiday Chalet by Ursula Almeida. And this is such a fun pattern. This is the second one I've made, not particularly this pattern. I've did one with trains, and that one is going to be sent to my son, and this one I just finished. So I don't have to tell you too much about it because I followed the pattern exactly. It's fairly easy, even for a newbie. I think you can do it because she specifies each motif very, very well. So the yarn that I used is from Knit Picks, their palette base, and the colors are pimento, the red, and a bare yarn for the off-white, and ash for the gray. And the size I used was a size 2, and yeah, believe it or not, it goes kind of quickly. So I did make a little bit of a boo-boo. I wouldn't really say it's a boo-boo, but with color work, I go so tight. And I kind of like lost my gauge a little bit in this. With this section here, it's a little bit puckered in. I got too tight with it. And then I conscientiously was mindful of it, and I corrected it as I went down, but it really doesn't look bad, and things are gonna go in it, and it doesn't really matter. It'll puff out. I did steam block it. I was afraid to wet block it because of the red. I didn't want it to run, so I just steam blocked it, and it opened it up a little bit, but it's still kind of tight. But it looks pretty, and then when things are stuffed in it, it's not gonna matter. So that is my first finished project. My second one is, I had to put it on hold for so long because I wanted to get this done, and other things with Halloween. I went crazy making coasters and pumpkins, and I just got into the festivities of Halloween, so these socks got put on hold. Anyway, they are my seed pod socks. Let me see if I could show a close-up. I don't know why my hair is all over the place. This is a pattern by Curious Handmade, also known as Helen Stewart. And this is part of her Handmade Sock Society patterns that I purchased. You pay one price for like 6 patterns, and every month you do the sock that she has out, and you could post it and try to win prizes. But I'm so far behind. It's already over with. It's been 6 months. I'm only on sock number 2. But it's not a race, it's the journey. And I get to make a new pair of socks with a nice pattern. So let me tell you about this. So I told you it's by Helen Stewart. Her patterns are great. If you ever need a pattern, check her out because everything is step by step or there's a chart. You could do either one. Is there a chart? I don't remember. I just do step by step. And then at certain points, like her heel, I know the kind of heel she does. I don't need to look at it. And for my foot part, I know how many rows. I don't have to check off every row that's on her written instructions. I just know what to do. So the yarn that I use is from Yarn Dragon Fibers, and it's called, to put it bluntly, a weed. That's the colorway. And it's an 85 superwash merino and 15% nylon. I did use size 1 needles. I'm trying to think if I did 2 circulars or, yeah, I used 2 circulars on these socks, which is my favorite way to knit socks, is on 2 circulars. This other color, so the green is from Yarn Dragon Fibers. I think that's how that's how you say it. And this yellow is from my stash. I think it's from, Sprout Sock. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's from my stash, and I did a little pop of color up here, a couple of rows. I did the heel and a tiny bit on the toe. Just add a lot of color because I didn't want to take away too much from this beautiful cabley, lacy section here. So I followed the pattern with, I think, 15 rows. Maybe I didn't follow the pattern exactly. Did I use a twisted rib? It looks like you used a broken rib here, a twisted rib for the cuff. And then I did 44 rows for the foot. And that was it. Do the pattern, do the section for the heel, follow her instructions, and I got a sock done. So I got 2 of them finally. And that's all I have to tell you about that. I love them. They fit nice. I don't know if I'll gift them. I have to think about it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. I have so many socks. My goofs or bloopers, I keep. If they're too snug, I keep them. And if they fit beautifully, then I kind of give them away. So that is it for my finished objects. Let's move on to works in progress. My work in progress is I have a half finished and then 2 works in progress. Oh, actually 3. Not a long episode today because I wanted to get one in because I'm not going to record a podcast for a few weeks due to a lot of plans going on before the holiday. I'll probably get one in before the Christmas, Hanukkah season, but I probably won't get in one before Thanksgiving. But if I fail to forget, I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. I am so grateful and thankful to be a part of this community and that you're a part of my community. So, okay, I digressed. So my next one is a half-finished object, and it is a test knit for Knit and Kristen, and I finished one. It's called the Twisted Line Sock. It's coming out at the very end of November, and so I finished one, and I wanted to show you guys. So this is it. It's a beautiful pattern, pretty easy. I'd say a beginner could do this. And I followed the pattern exactly, but let me just tell you the specifics. The yarn is Freckled Whimsy, and I think it's one of a kind. Yeah, it's a one of a kind, and it's a Serendipity base. So I don't know the color. I don't think there was a color on it. And I used Magic Loop size 1. I think that's 2.25 millimeter needle, Magic Loop. And, you know, I was afraid of having ladders, and it's really not that bad with this pattern. Because that's why I like the 2 circulars, because 2 circulars, I do not get ladders between my stitches on the side. Magic Loop, I do. And with this particular pattern, you really don't get the ladders because of the way the stitches are. So, okay, so it's Freckled Whimsy, size 1 on 2 on Magic Loop. And what I did was I followed her pattern exactly because it's a test knit. I want to do exactly what she says. So the only part that I do different is with the repeats of this like look. It looks like a cable twisted type stitch. I can't tell you too much because it will be a paid pattern, but I did like no, not five, 6 repeats instead of 7 of what she did on her sample. I followed the heel exactly, and for the foot, I did 44 rows and then a rounded toe. Exactly how her pattern is written, except for those little minor things with the repeats, one less, and the foot, whatever is, most appropriate for the foot size. It is a size small, which is 56 stitches. And I do, for the heel, because I've learned I have such a high instep, in case I do keep these, I don't know if I will, I did 32 rows for the heel flap instead of 28 to fit over my instep. I tried them on, they fit so well. Oh my gosh, this is one of the best fitting socks I have made. So, do I give it or do I keep it? That is the $1,000,000 question. So that's it for my half-finished object. And anything else to tell you about that? No. I started another project, and I guess you could say it's also half-finished. I wanted it for some reason, I make a lot of socks, and I've made shawls and cowls. I did that, and I finished this sweater up. And I was like, I want to make something different. And this is the time of year, I decided to make fingerless gloves. And I was looking, and I found this beautiful pattern. And it's called Susie Rogers Reading Mittens. It's a free pattern. Check it out. It is so lovely. Oh my gosh. Right now I have everything. I still have my markers in. This is a football marker because I'm doing this for as one of my finished objects for the Down Cellar Studio Pigskin Party, and that's a football themed, and that's from Adorn Knit, their progress keeper. So I want to get points for that. But anyway, this is Susie Rogers Reading Mitts. Aren't they beautiful? Jeez, I love it. Free pattern. The yarn was from Deep Stash. I think I got the yarn at least 10 years ago at a yarn shop in, I think it was in Long Island when I lived in New York. I'm pretty sure it was from a yarn shop in Long Island. But anyway, at least 10 years old. It's called Louisa Harding. And I don't even know if they make that anymore. We looked, my friend loved these so much, she's looking into it. We did find on like Amazon, but I don't know if any yarn shops have them. So anyway, it's Louisa Harding, the Jasmine base, and the colorway is number 2, so I don't know. But it has sparkle in it. Oh my gosh, you can't see it, but there's a sparkle. Let's see, a little bit, you could see a sparkle. And it's a size 5, and I put them on double pointed needles because of this small circumference. And I'd rather do double pointed needles and magic loop with the fingerless gloves because those ladders on the double pointed needles, I didn't get ladders. I don't see it. So it has a little eyelet section here, but on the top, on the cuff part, there is also an eyelet section. And what I love about this is that you fold the cuff down and you sew it in, and it gives you this picot edge. I love that. And believe it or not, I'm not good at seaming or sewing, but it really went together good. I hardly had to figure out how to sew it in. It came out beautiful. So then, so you do this cuff part like that. There's a eyelet lacy section here, all the way actually from the cuff down. But you fold that under. This gives it a picot edge. Then you knit. Actually, this is the side. I'm sorry. This is the cuff side. It's the same as the other side. Then you knit for like 5 inches. I did, like 14 rows from the top down to until you get to the thumb gusset. It has to be 5 inches. So after I did all this stuff, I just did like 14 rows, and then I started the thumb gusset and you put them, and then you put these stitches on hold, and they go back to it later to pick up for the thumb. And then it's the same thing for the finger section. Again, you do the eyelet section and you fold it underneath and you get this picot edge. It is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love it. So I started the second one. Let me see where it's at here. Where are you? And that one's a little bit of a mess because it's on DP ends. And it's really, see how up here? That's going to get folded under and it makes a picot edge. See? So that's what you do at the very end. You fold it and you knit it with the tapestry needle, sew it together, and that's it. Yeah. So that one should be done by the next time. And I'm hoping when I go up north to put it into one of my coats. I try to keep fingerless gloves in every coat that I own because that way I just pull it out when I feel like it's cold. Okay, so that is the second work in progress. The third one is a cross stitch one, and I'm loving this one. I belong on a Discord group with Rose Opal Knits. They have a Discord group open to anybody. I watch their podcast, and you know, if you go into the description, they have like, or you could message them, and they'll give you a link to go on their Discord. And it's small and quaint, but I love it. And they have a cross-stitching thread, and one person there wanted to do a stitch along. I'm kind of behind. She already finished it, the person that's leading it. But it still got me going, and I'll still get a finished object out of it. I love cross-stitch, and it's for the holidays. Plus, she was so sweet, the lady that started it. She was making these bags, and she was only charging for shipping. That was so sweet of her. So, of course, I had to get it. It was so minimal because she had extras in her stash, and she offered it up to us in this Discord group. So this is the one that you want to do because she's into these, these wonky type Santas or these funky Santas. This is the picture, and it's by Heart and Hands Designs who did it. And as you can see, I got the body of the Santa. And I'm going to start the face here, the beard and the face all in here. And the linen is Heartland linen. It's a 32 count, so it's small. And the floss I'm using is DMC floss, and that's it. Very easy. And it's fun to do while I'm just chilling out and I need a break from my knitting because I'm making this tremendous mandala afghan. It's like a beast. And sometimes I'm like, okay, just take a break and do something like cross stitch. Believe it or not, it's very soothing. That needle going in and out. I really love cross stitching too. So I'm getting it all in. So that is my last work in progress. I do have some other ones I'm going to take out of hibernation. After I'm done with this mandala afghan, which is huge, I'm going to go into my other works in progress that have been in hibernation for so long. What I do like with these ones that are long, I set like 30 minutes. With that mandala afghan, it goes way beyond 30 minutes because there's like over 600 stitches on it now. So it's like an hour. And then I put it down and I did it for the day. But my other ones could be for 30 minutes, the ones that are in hibernation, just to get them off the needles. Isn't that so satisfactory when you can get something off the needles and you're like, it's done. And it's not like they don't bring me joy. They do bring me joy. It's just that they're time consuming and they're so long that after a while you're like, I'm done with you. So that's how it gets. So this afghan, I pray that the next time it's done before I podcast again. So that is it. Let's move on to acquisitions. I'm back. My acquisitions. Let me just take a sip. I have 3 of them. And of course, they're all yarny. Oh, I gotta stop because Advent's coming. And what else? I have 3 Advents. One is a yarn one from Chelsea Yarns because it said I Love New York at Christmas time, something like that. So that came in, but I didn't, I peeked a little bit, but I didn't look inside the bags. Then I have a Progress Keeper one from Adorn It. I had to because last year was so fun. And then my third one is a cross stitch one. I never did a cross stitch one. So that's from Rami's Creations. And it was a good price. And I said, let me see what she has to offer with the cross stitch one. I'll probably get hooked and then do it again next year. Who knows? But you'll see it as it comes along. That should be coming in. She lives in Italy, but she comes to the U.S. so many times to do like workshops with different cross stitch shops. So, and I met her once at my local cross stitch shop here called the Cross Stitch Cupboard. I did one of her creations there too, but now I'm going to do an Advent. So I'll keep you posted on that. Okay, so let me show you what I got. The first one is from a member from my membership with the Love and Stitches membership, led by Nitty Natty. And they have a thread in the Discord group, which is a chat group, and one of them is D-Stash. So I always look in the D-Stash because, people are getting rid of their things that they no longer want or don't like or whatever may be the case, or too much. And they sell it at a better price. So I look and I saw one, and this one is from one of the members, but it's blush yarns, which I've never used before. So I said, and it was so such a good price. I had to get it. So blush yarns, the colorway is called March. It's a fingering weight, 75% superwash, 25% nylon. Isn't that such a beautiful color? So I had to get it for the price. So I look on that thread every couple of days to see if anything, but a lot of times the stuff gets snatched up. But I've gotten some good things. I got a project bag through that, and I got this yarn. So and then she was sweet enough to throw in a stitch marker of a little mitten for the holidays. That was so sweet. Her name is Denise, and I thank you, Denise, if you watch. I'm not sure, but I love that I got this from her stash. And then I watch a podcaster who is, her name is Lisa from Yo Yarn Girl, and she also sells some yarn, needles, and all that stuff. And she has a Shopify shop, and she was having a big sale, and I just could not refuse. I had to buy it. So, and plus I want to support, and I did it. So she was selling a Ruby and Roses yarn, which I love. I've used Ruby and Roses before. This is the soft rose base, and the colorway, is there a colorway? Let me see. Yes, John Hancock. It's so pretty. I don't know what I'll do with it. It looks like a good muscle burrow type project for this, which is a hat. I'm not sure. 85% superwash merino. Superwash merino and 15% nylon. So pretty. So I got that from her. Okay. Then I got my Yarnable subscription. It's a subscription box from Hypnotic Yarn. And in that is like a beautiful skein of yarn. And then comes like some goodies with it. And this is my second month that I'm getting one. And I have to tell you, I am in love with her subscription box. She gives you so many good things. So the first thing is I'll show you the yarn. If you haven't seen yours yet, you can walk away. But I'm sure you all have gotten it because this came at the beginning of November. It's already November 13th. So if you don't want to see it, just walk away. And for those that do, it is so November-like. Wait till you see. Oh, what's it called? Okay, this is it. Doesn't that speak Thanksgiving, November, fall? Oh my gosh, I love the browns. And it's for the November skein, and it's called Sinful Delight. Sinful like cinnamon. So this month it's all about cinnamon, during this time of year, with all the cooking that you're doing, cinnamon takes into effect. So that's the skein of yarn. It's so pretty. I don't know what I'll do with it yet. It just goes into the big black hole. And then the other goodies that she had is these sweet little like tags that you could put on your projects. One's with a sheep and one says Made with Love. And that's by Fox and Pine Stitches. So these tags, I saved them because I do put tags on different projects. And matter of fact, well, not one of their projects, but not one of their tags, Pine and, what is it called? Fox and Pine Stitches. But I did put I did order tags, and look, in this stocking, I sewed it in there. Because something like this, they're not going to feel on their body, and it won't bother them. It says handmade with love, and I put that in there. So my friend gave me that idea. Okay, so there's tags I could use, and then a cinnamon spice bar of soap. It smells so nice. This I'll probably give to somebody. I'm the kind of oh, excuse me. I use like gel, hand soap that's get out of a bottle, and but I'll gift this to somebody, maybe my sister or a friend. I'm not sure. Excuse me. I get so dry as soon as I talk too much. I'm dry. Then still dry. The last thing is a beautiful candle. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. And this is Cinnamon Swirl. Who is this by? Signature Collection, hand poured in Richland Center in Wisconsin. Oh, I love that it's from the USA. So this is Cinnamon Swirl Signature Collection. I'm trying to think who it came from. I don't know, but it's really smells nice. This I'll keep because I do candles during the weekend and at night when I'm just chilling out. There's something about a candle lit, the glow of it, and the smell, but I really like the glow of a candle more than anything else. So that was the Yarnable. They are so cool. I can't wait to see what December will bring. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so we are done with the acquisitions. Let's move on to life. The life this month, not too much happening. I celebrated my sister's birthday with her. Her birthday was at the very end of October, and we celebrated. We went to this beautiful town called Stewart, and there's a lot of water there, and we walked along the water. I'm going to show some pictures, and then we ate overlooking the water. So it was so beautiful out. And so we spent time together, chit-chatting, and we spent the day. Then we wanted to get desserts. In Stewart's, I guess because it was a Monday, we went down to like a bakery, and they were closed. So then we rode more into her neighborhood, and we got a sweet treat and brought it back to our house. And so I got to spend her birthday with her. So I was so happy about that. And she loved that I was there. It was a perfect day because she loves anything with water, being by the water, and that was perfect. So we had a nice lunch together, and I'm blessed that I have a sister that lives close by. I have another sister who lives in New York. She's coming in a few weeks, and so we'll all be together. And maybe I'll do a podcast with my sister and both my sisters. One of them mentioned like she would like to be a guest on it, so we'll see. Can't promise you. Who knows what that weekend will bring, that week, and we'll see. And then not much here and there. We're doing errands. We've in full force shopping for the holidays. It's a stressful time for me, and I just want it done with. So I've been shopping every weekend just to put a dent in that kind of stuff, because by the time the holiday come, I want to be done with everything. So then there was Veterans Day this past weekend. Bill is a vet, and he cracks me up because on Veterans Day there's a lot of free offerings on that day. We ate our way through Veterans Day. You get free coffee at Wawa, which is like a gas convenience store. So he got his free coffee right away. Then Dunkin' Donuts, free donuts. Then we went to Texas Roadhouse. He had a free meal there. We went to another place. Unfortunately, we got the names confused and that wasn't free. But the next day, it was still going on at some places. World of Beer, free chicken sliders. We got that. We ate our way through the weekend because of Veterans Day. But for all you vets out there, thank you. You deserve it. You sacrifice so much. I thank you. You are what makes America strong. And me being proud, patriotic, I thank you. And you deserve all those freebies for that day and then some. So that was it for life and things that I'm watching. We're watching, well, Bill is watching. I'm just knitting or crocheting or cross stitching while he's watching football. But I do watch basketball, so that's kind of fun for me. But of course, I'm stitching or doing whatever. And the newest thing that we've been watching on Prime Video is a TV series called Reacher. It's good. Bill likes it, so we really only watched a few episodes. Of course, it's like I don't even know what's going on because I'm stitching during it, but I really can't even tell you what it's about. I always have to ask Bill what happened, and I catch little snippets here and there, but he likes it, and I'm just there for the background noise. And that is all I have to report. Next few weeks, I have so much going on, visiting people. But like again, I wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving. Whether you're with company or not, it doesn't matter. We're grateful for the country we live in. We're grateful for each other. And I love you all, and I thank you all for being here. Have a great week, everybody. See you next time. And one more thing I forgot to add. I wish you peace and love in your life. See you next time. Bye.
Didn't we find